That was a beautiful shot.
And Cheska Centeno is your 2023 Women's World 10-Ball Champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2024 VenBilliards WPA Women's World 10-Ball Championship. It is the final day today, and in our first semi-final on table 2, please welcome from Austria, Yasmin Osha. And her opponent, independent athlete Christina Tkach. In our second semi-final on table 1, please welcome from Korea, SEOA. And her opponent from the Philippines, Cheska Centeno. Players, please line for the break.
A very good morning to you guys and welcome to the Convention Center in sensational San Juan, Puerto Rico. We started with 48 players in search of this prestigious title and just 4 remain. It's time for the semi-finals of the VenBilliards Corporation World WPA Women's 10-Ball Championships. Our match for you here on table 1 is the reigning champion Cheska Centeno up against SEOA from South Korea. It's a race to 4, best of 5 sets, winner breaks, no golden break and no early 10s, of course, WPA rules. There is for 3 foul. It's call shot, and calling the shots with me in the booth from Canada, it's the tall, talented Torontarian Big Red, Eric Hallofson. Morning, Eric.
Morning. Pleasure to be with you guys. Looking forward to this one. Centeno looking for the repeat here. Current Women's World 10-Ball Champion. It'll be a great match.
Bit of a mouthful, Eric, introducing you now. I keep coming up with all these different intros for you. I'm making it more and more difficult for myself every single day. But it is the last day, of course. It's the final day today. Our other semi-final is going on at the moment as well between Jasmine Ocean and Christina Tkach. That's available for you over on table number 2 on Pro Billiard TV. So here we go. SEOA has won the leg and will break. Sit back, relax, enjoy this race to 3 sets.
Solid break from SEOA. 3 ball down, nothing on the 1. Lots of coverage on the left side of the table. She wants to move the cue ball over there. I think she will. Cue ball behind the 8, banking the 1-2 rails up table. I'm going to go off the right side. Be a little worried about not cutting the 1 on that enough to the left here, but there is a lot of coverage over there.
You're just talking about the left, Eric. Just look at SEOA's patches. They're all down her left-hand side. Very unusual not to see any on the right, and I'm guessing that's because she's right-handed and doesn't want them maybe getting in the way of the stroke, something like that maybe.
Yeah, definitely have to be comfortable with where your patches are. It's once your stroking arm more free. Makes sense. Your cue is going to kind of go over your right side a little more than your left side.
A lot of the shirts now, of course, the patches are already sublimation, I think they call it, don't they? That clever printing now that they use. Sublimation, something like that. Oh, close to the corner pocket. Okay, though. Now then, do we expect Cheska to be firing at most things today, Eric? I think we do.
Oh,
or I
yeah,
do.
always err on the side of aggression with her. Just called it.
Needs a big bounce off this. It's not going to get it. So this one is on. First chance for the South Korean then.
I believe the 5's available in both corner pockets on the left side. If it is available in the longer pocket, it'll make the position a lot easier throughout the rack. It's close. Just coming over to take a look at that now. Quick look, and seems okay with it.
Silky smooth sail, beautiful cue action, very, very graceful around the table.
Yeah, she came onto the scene with a bang. She won really the first major tournament she was kind of a part of, to my knowledge. Came out in the Women's Las Vegas Open and won the tournament. Sure, obviously she'd had some experience before that, but was just kind of a unknown player to me and came out and won. She's had some decent results since. She's third in the Women's World 9-Ball Championships. A couple other semi-final finishes in the Women's Pro Billiards Series.
So here she is on this 5, Eric.
Yeah, looking good. Not much to do with the cue ball. Really not much to do with the cue ball for the rest of the rack, so good start for SEOA here. Oh, it didn't go?
I think she called the 6.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Just saying the 5 didn't go in the long pocket. If it did, she would have definitely played the direct shot. But just shows how hard it was to get back up to the opposite side of the 5.
Good confident start, Eric, from the young lady. It's just what she needs against the reigning champion. Doesn't want to let Cheska catch a gear. You can be 3-4 racks a set down before you know it against the flash.
Yeah, SEOA just a steady player, very talented player, coming in at a 740 Fargo. She's going to want to throw in a couple break-in runs, because really to beat CENTENO, you've got to keep her off the table and kind of avoid those offensive flurries that she throws at you. Cue ball traveling a little bit to the right here, but she'll be able to play some soft draw and hold it.
These are the chances that she has to take advantage of. Those misses will come from Cheska. She pots almost everything she goes for, but she did take on that difficult one, Eric, and has left sail to clear up, and she's doing it with grace, with assurity and with confidence, and it will be the first rack to the young lady. Very nicely done indeed. Now, not a shock, Eric, but what a match last night between Jasmine Ocean and Han Yu. Han Yu took the opening set, and then Jasmine took the next 3. I mean, you know, a lot of people saying, oh, is she past her best? Well, maybe she heard someone say that, because she's certainly come back with all the answers in this tournament. She's just lost the first rack to Christina to catch over on the other semi-final. If you want to see that, guys, it is available on TV Table 2 on the same YouTube channel. And our final will be coming up later on at 4 p.m. Tim de Ruyter and George Deajaya will be in the booth for that one. This is Eric Hallofsson and my last match of this wonderful week that we've had here, Eric, and it's been busy, hasn't it? 4 different tournaments, but it's been a lot of fun, and it all comes down to the final day today. We're going to crown the 2024 WPA World Women's 10-ball champion.
Three balls got a chance? No.
Just got kicked last second, mate, didn't it?
I think Centeno's a little thin on this one to be playing offense here. Safes aren't easy. You can play the cue ball in line with the 9. You know, this side rail safe is always going to be, they're going to get some kind of result where it's at least containing, but the skill to actually involve the blocking ball and get the speed right for both balls is a really underrated thing. A shot that comes up, you know, once every 4 games. It's that common.
Yeah, she took it rather quickly, didn't she? I mean, maybe, you know, that could be a little flaw in her game, maybe, because she's just so attacking. We don't really associate her with safety, do we, Cheska?
Well, especially on the safes, you know, I think as she matures and gets more experience, I think she'll learn to take a little more time on those shots because they're very precise. You know, the pocketing she definitely has a strong intuition for. You can see in her pre-shot routine, kind of just gets to the angle over the ball, and she's good there. But on the safes, you know, it takes a little more intricate feel.
And she's off and running. Good first shot on the yellow one. And now all in the open. 6-ball, just a little bit awkward. Eric, what's she going to do there?
Yeah, it looks like there is a possibility to run in front of the 10 and play the 6 in the long pocket. She'll want to get straight on the 4 here. That's going to be a key to how she plays the 5.
It's a bit
Going
short.
to the left. Yeah. Looks like it might, the cue ball might run through the 5-10.
Oh, nicely done.
Playing the top part of the pocket there, making sure she hit the right side of the 5.
Thinks so quick, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Certainly on the potting side of things. You just never think she's going to miss when she's in. Raw talent on display here, guys. The Philippines has produced plenty of talent over the years, and they're still doing it. Lots of young players coming through as well. AJ Manis. There's a young one called JB Sukal. I don't know whether you're familiar with him, Eric, but he's just phenomenal young player. He's only 15 years old. Just terrific.
Yeah, Sukal I've seen on a couple streams a few times, just streams from the Philippines, but I'll tell you, Manis is very impressive.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to be a very, very classy player, like another Biardo maybe, when he matures a little bit. And we are level 1-1. Cheska will be breaking. A sign of things to come there, Eric.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, it's a little unnerving for the opponent when their opponent is running out so quickly, and it's not really a common thing in the women's game, or even in the men's game, for someone to just be getting through the rack that smoothly. So it's just a totally different pace, and you know, when you play fast like that and you're playing well, it's almost like the pressure's always on the other opponent. I guess the one positive is that, I mean, if you're playing Centeno, is that you're not sitting in your chair for that long, you know, unless she runs 3 or 4 racks, compared to other players where you might be sitting there for 20 minutes at a 3-rack stretch. But still, it's like she's just always pushing the envelope to the other player.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting to get some stats on rack times, because last night was pretty slow. Fedor Gor's rack time was pretty slow against Vitali Patsura. Not that he's a slow player, but the racks were just going very, very awkward. But it seems that Cheska just goes through these racks and just finds a way, like that little shot she played off the 4 to make sure she was correct on the 5, Eric. You know, if that doesn't go right, she doesn't run the rack.
One ball can be played off the 6 here. I'm going to be looking for the lane between the 3-5 on the 2. Nicely done. Don't believe the 3 is available past the side. She'll be coming around and taking a look at that angle. Might have half pocket at best. Again, moving pretty quickly back over to the 2, so I believe it does go.
Just a tad short.
Yeah, 7's going to be the next obstacle to climb for SEOA here. If you get straight on the 6, you can draw straight back for the 7 in the side. No early 10s in this Women's World 10 ball.
Well, she's not had the easiest of runs either, Sarah. She beat Veronique Menard, one of your own, in the very first round, and then Kelly Fisher in the second in winners qualification. She won 3-0 over Japan's Chihiro Kawahara, who's been playing very, very well recently in the last 16, and Sophia Mast in the quarters by the same score. So she's gone through the winner's side like a knife through butter, Sarah. Played some fantastic stuff. But this is probably her strongest test right now because it's in the semi-final.
Perfect angle. Nice shot. Another controlled draw shot here. Yeah.
Wasn't that beautiful, Eric? No effort. Lovely speed. Graceful. Elegant.
Yeah, seems like she's playing a half speed higher than she usually does. Maybe trying to match CENTENO's pace a little bit. Maybe just getting more experience as time goes on. More confident in her game.
We will have our Paul Stats guy working with us as we enter day 7, our final day. He's going to be coming up with some great stats for us throughout this match. So watch out for them. Eric will decipher them all for you. And he'll send us the odd little special ones as well. So one mistake Eric is doing it at the moment for both players. The signal going out. Dry break from Cheska. Left the 1 in the side. And she's gone through these very, very beautifully, hasn't she?
Yeah, not an easy rack. Had to get a couple small angles. Did so very well.
Well, this could be a very, very high quality match indeed. It's what we expect. Cheska's route to the semis started off with a straight sets win over Indonesian Silviana Liu, who you might remember went on to knock out Kelly Fisher on the 1-loss side. She then got sent to the loser's side herself by Han Yu in straight sets and faced a strong challenge from another Indonesian in her next match, winning the deciding set against Anita Kanyaya. And in the last 16 faced her good friend Rubelin Amit. Came through 3 sets to love in the quarterfinal. She had a great win over 2022 women's 10-ball champion Chao Che-Yu. 3-1 Eric that last night. Really did play fantastic. She didn't even realise that she'd won the match. I don't know if you saw that little clip that they put on Facebook. She didn't realise she'd won.
She was in the zone that much? She lost track of the score? Huh.
I think she just wanted to play more. She wanted to keep playing. She started setting the balls up again. And the referee said, no, it's over. 2-1 lead then. Sale breaking off in this first set. Best of 5 sets. Races to 4.
There goes the 1. Good signs for SEOA here. Doesn't have the 2. Could be an aggressive rail first option.
Made the 4 as well, so very encouraging signs. Making 2 off the break, Eric. You'd take that every time, wouldn't you?
Definitely. I'd like to see how much she has to swerve around the 9, but I don't mind actually trying to play the 2 in here, but she's going to opt for safe.
Asking for trouble, though. Oh, didn't catch it thin enough. So another safety error from the young Filipino.
Looks like SEOA's going to play the cue ball behind the 10 here. Best chance of kind of freezing behind a ball and taking away all the easy rails. Smart shot there.
Beautifully. Very smart. Played it with some inside right-hand spin, didn't she, Eric? Just to check it off the rail in a straight line. Played it to perfection. Going to hit this with some pace.
Yeah, anytime a ball's far away from a rail, you always want to ramp up the speed a little bit.
Pretty good.
Solid. Yeah, solid contact, created distance, hasn't left anything. If the 2 banks around the 5, she can just play the cue ball straight through and use the 8-9 as blockers. Could also draw the cue ball to the right and try to play it behind the 10. Side rail to side rail safe again. Kind of like going for more distance in those spots sometimes. I mean, this one was pretty high percentage because she had a lot of blockers going over to the left side. Actually got her pretty good here.
Yeah, 3's in the way, isn't it?
Yeah.
2 railer that she'd like to take on. So she's going to have to go 2 rails here as well, Eric, I think. This is awkward.
Yeah, gonna have to play it with some left spin. Tough to judge that spin coming down so much distance. Not there. So a little bit loose on the safe for CENTENO, and SEOA's taking every advantage she can here. She's tied up to 6. SEOA's gonna consider a 3 foul. When you're playing to a second foul, ideally you want to play the 2 near another ball where the 3rd foul is going to be easy. Just kind of playing it up table where it's going to be tough to play the 3rd safe. That's actually a pretty implicit mistake there, Mark. I would have never played the 2 up there by itself. I guess she was trying to bank it near the 7, but she had some kind of plan. I was thinking there's so much empty space up there. She could go behind the 7 on the 3rd foul, but always consider that if you're in match play.
Yeah, good point there, Eric. Oh, she's
She's
missed
got
it.
The second one. She'll be going behind the 7 here. Ideally trying to hide the 2 ball behind another ball. Taking away as many kicking angles as she can. Next to the 3 will be okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, put it somewhere near Well, no, of course, early 10s don't count in WPA, so it doesn't really make any difference. Well, she hasn't got it. What a mistake that is.
Well, the 9 might have came to her rescue. No, it didn't. Yeah, that's a mistake
Easy
there.
swerve. Easy masse, isn't it? If not, anyway. A huge mistake.
So first small error from SEOA. Rack 4 is going to continue here. Expect some more safe play just because where the 6-9 are. Just going to bank at this. Bit of a two-way. Guaranteed to create distance. Nice shot.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautifully done. Well, if Cheska Centeno could win it again this year, she'll be the first person in history to win back-to-back Women's World 10 Ball titles. Never been done. A good country lady, Rubelin Ahmet, who she beat earlier on in the tournament, has won it twice, but not back-to-back. So she could create history. But she's up against it at the moment. Sao looking very, very solid.
Yeah, good angle to come across table here and open up the 6. Yeah, I usually like going into breakouts with a little more speed because exactly what happened can happen often at that slow speed. She could try to just kick the cue ball right onto the 6 at just lag speed.
Referee asking
Freeze
her,
them together.
waiting for her to call a shot, but of course she doesn't have to. She's not going for it. She's just trying to lay on it dead weight.
It's there. Does she have it in the side? I don't think so.
It's not a bad shot, is it, Eric? What does she do with it, Cheska, here?
I think you can involve the 7. Just play the cue ball up table and play the 6 short of the side pocket. Oh, distance.
Cue ball.
Just avoiding the
Very,
scratch.
very close.
Yeah, it's a big roll for Centeno here in the first set. SEOA could play a really advanced safe, banking the 6 up the middle and playing the cue ball 3 rails behind the 7. Tough shot. Looks like she might be going offense.
Well, she's been lucky. I think the jump cue will come out here, though, will it? Well, no,
Yeah,
she's
just
a
on the
great
proper-
kicker.
Not even considering the jump, I definitely would. I mean, maybe considering it, just go back to her chair.
Yeah, she is a left-hander, which makes it slightly more awkward, Eric. If you remember, she did play an amazing shot on the 10 ball in the last World 10 Ball Championships, where she went round 3 rails.
Yeah, I was commentating that match. I actually forgot she's left-handed, and that's the only reason she didn't jump that ball.
Interesting stat that I've just been sent. Cheska had 61%. That's 8 of 13 wins from safety play against Chao Che. Chao Che Yu, only 25% of her wins against Cheska were from safeties. So what do you read into that, Eric?
Well, Cho generally is a very strong safe player, so Centeno must have had a really good kicking match or safe return match. Yeah, I guess it's situational, but I will tell you that Cho is very strong on the safe side of the game.
You need the all-round game these days, don't you? In the modern game, you can't afford to be weak in any department now, even jumping to a certain extent.
bit more of a square stance from SEOA.
And she actually plays a lot of carom as well. Very good carom player, as a lot of Koreans are. It's very, very popular in there. They've actually got 2 24-hour-a-day designated TV channels, Eric, for carom. It's huge out there.
Yeah, it's the biggest game.
And this is a big game as well to put her on the hill in this first very, very important set. 3-1 it is. In the other semi-final, available on table 2 for you guys if you want to go and watch that. Christina to catch up against Jasmine Ocean, and it's 1-1 in that match over there. Let's just talk about Sophia Master. Saw a lovely post from her this morning. She's on her way back to America for the next WPBA event, Eric. Just put into context how huge it is what she's done here this week. I mean, she's World Junior Champion. She's 16 years old, and she's got to the quarter-finals of the World Women's 10-Ball Championships. Just how much of an achievement is that?
Well, I don't think it's ever happened in history. I think the last really young... I mean, Cheska was a very strong player when she was young, too. Had a couple really promising results before the age of 20. Jasmine Ocean would be another one that was a very strong junior player, and I believe won her first WPBA event in her early 20s or maybe even younger. But, you know, to be in with the best in the world and with not that much experience and have a result like that is very promising for Mass going forward. And, you know, in a field this strong, you can't fluke off a result like that. It's completely indicative of how strong she played throughout the week. And had some good wins as well. She beat Jasmine Ocean in the winners qualification match. Did well in the mixed doubles, made it to the semifinals. So I think it's just an overall reflection of how strong the American scene is getting. And, you know, American pool is coming back where they're producing champions again. And look for that trend to continue in the future.
Yeah, Jessica, 25 now. As you said earlier, she has won the Las Vegas title, the Pro Billiards. It's also the reigning champion that she won last year in Austria. You were there commentating, I believe, Eric. You were there, weren't you?
I was, yeah. Beautiful town.
Yeah.
One of my favorite
Lovely
places I've ever been in the world.
It's tremendous, isn't it? Very, very picturesque, beautiful.
So got the 1 on her previous break. She'll be looking to replicate that here. There it goes again. Good signs for SEOA on the set. 10 ball down, but not a win. So on the 2, looks pretty straight. Get a camera angle, see if she has any kind of angle at all.
There you just caught a glimpse of Rubelin Amit in the front row. I was actually sat next to her in Klagenfurt during Cheska's final against Han Yu last year. And I love telling the story. On the final 10, Rubelin knew she was going to make it. She reached down into her bag and pulled out the Filipino flag and went and gave it to Cheska as the 10 went down. Beautiful moment. It's times like that, Eric, that well, it creates those memories that you know, they're with you forever, aren't they? Just that will stay with me forever.
Yeah, and just a proud moment for Rubelin. I'm assuming, don't know 100%, but I'm assuming she's mentored CENTENO throughout her career. And, you know, when you see one of your students or even good friends kind of get over the finish line like that, it's a good feeling.
I think she's just playing the safety here, Eric. I don't think it goes.
Yeah.
Keeping things tight. Now this is the left-hand side, but it's not jumpable, so it's imperative that she got that cue ball nice and close to the 8 ball, Eric. Take out the jump.
Yeah, just going all in here, trying to kick this ball in. She needs it. Stuck 3-1 in the set. Might have left her okay, but if she can't pocket it, she'll definitely be behind the 6. Yeah, it's going to be safe here. Cue ball's traveling just a little too far to the right. Like, you have to cut the 6 to the left a bit and creating some energy to the right with the cue ball, but she should be okay. Good shot.
Yeah, it seems like she has a game plan, doesn't it? Keep it nice and tight. Don't take any unnecessary risks. Let Cheska try and put herself out of problems. Lots of left hand on this one. Didn't grab the rail, Eric. She might hit it on the second time. Has it hit a rail?
Wow.
It has. Got very fortunate. A little smile there from cheeky Cheska.
So it's going to be cutting the 3 into the 9 here, trying to play the cue ball 2 rails across behind the 5. 6 is kind of in the way of that path, but she's looking up the table. I think she should consider trying to bring the cue ball around 2 rails here. Oh, inside again. Nice shot. Cheska's going to have a similar shot. Cue ball's definitely playing into the 5 now, though. I have to use the 10 as more of a blocker than the 5. Might be able to hit it thin enough to get behind the 5. Yeah. See, it's little things like that. I mean, you know, maybe she could have hit it a little thinner. Maybe she could have got behind the 5. But just recognizing that the cue ball is going to likely run into the 5 there. So kind of, you know, play a different shot where you involve the 10 a little more.
Is a mistake. This is a chance, and it's the kind of one that Cheska's going to have to take because she's not getting too many at the moment. A rare slip up there on the safety, Eric, from Sale.
She actually caught an edge on the 8. She's going to have to be kicking.
Oh, she has.
Yeah.
Apologies to Sale. Good shot again. She has got a lovely touch, hasn't she? The pace of her safeties are very, very good. Chance here to wrap the cue ball in and out of the corner.
Yeah, sorry, Mark. Really, that's what's won her the first set here. Just safety play, keeping Centeno at bay.
I'm just wondering, did she have a little chat with Rubelin? We mentioned Rubelin being a mentor and, you know, maybe a coach to some extent as well. There she is, sat very proudly. Right in the centre there by the R on Predator on the board. I wonder, did they have a little bit of a game plan? And Cheska is maybe going to have to think of another one.
Well, she only had 1 break in the set, and she went from the middle, so that would tell me she's thinking offense overall, and that's her strength. I think she has to play to it.
Yeah, I mean, why change it, Eric? He's got her this far. He's won the title last year. There's nothing's broken, is it? There's no need to try and fix something that's not broke.
Yeah. And this is going to be a long battle here. It's a best of 5 sets, so being down 1 set, obviously not as dangerous as being down 1 set in a best of 3 sets overall.
Yeah, do you remember the old format of the Pro Billiards series where it was just 2 sets, and if it was 1 set each, it went to a shootout? That really was brutal, wasn't it? And then after a couple of years, they went to the 3rd set, and now they've gone to the 5th set, which is kind of good to see. Predator always listening to the players.
Yeah, same as a tennis match. Right along the lines of other major sports. surprised she looked at the side there. Maybe you could just play some more right spin. Might just have a little too much angle, or if she feels like she has to spin it too much. Gotta be mindful of the speed here. Hit the second rail to kind of kill the cue ball in the position. Nice shot.
Well, this is for the first set, and it's been a bit of a clinic really from this young lady. She's broken pretty good. Her safety's been very, very strong, and Cheska has had very little chance, to be honest, in this match so far. So the players will take a break. We'll do exactly the same. Eric Horlofsson and myself, Mark White. We'll be back with set number 2 very, very soon. Welcome back, guys, to the convention center here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Jessica Centeno breaking off first in this second set. Still going from the middle. A set down, looking to make a ball in the side. Nothing doing though, unfortunately. No shot on the one. Eric Hallofson is with me in the booth. Welcome back, Eric.
It's going to go safe up table here. An unusual amount of balls right on the rail. And not even near a rail, like literally on the rail. So tougher to play safe in this set. Or in this rack. She found the one that was a little bit off the rail and played it very nicely.
There's a plan developing here, isn't there? It worked in the first set. She's really keeping her quiet at the moment. But it only takes, as we know, something special from set out to get going again. Might have been that one there. Doesn't want the cue ball in. She's okay.
Yeah, Centeno's been very close to fouling a few times, just kind of ending up near the pocket. And those are big rolls, you know. You start off with ball in hand, you're big favorite to run the rack.
Once again, keeping it tight. Jasmine Ocean has taken a 3-2 lead in the first set over Christina Tkach in our other semi-final. That's available for you guys on Table 2 on YouTube Pro Billiard Series.
This, did you call it?
I thought she called the side, to be honest, but
Yeah. Can't really play off the left side of the one here. You could if you draw it. Right side of the one. Yeah, just gonna try to hold the cue ball behind the 8 here more than going for the bank.
I think she was just put off by the shot clock. Well, her first little bit sloppy safety.
Yeah, safe's been a big part of this match so far. 24 safes played in the first set.
Oh, here we go.
Not quite there on the position, but that'll be a confidence booster for Centeno. After
You may see an empty seat now where Rubelin was sat. I'm sure when Cheska went out for a little break, Rubelin offered an ear for a little bit of encouragement. What might she have said to her?
I think you just improve the safe. Improve the safe game. Take a little more time on the kicks. So I got a couple ball in hands.
It's another loose one there, Eric, isn't it? On loose safety then, it's left the carom here on the 9. Another example of just maybe being a bit quick. Well, she's not playing the carom.
Worked out.
Good shot. Good shot
First
again.
First time for Centeno with the jump cue here.
Not an easy one, Eric, is it, whenever you're trying to cut a ball thin, or was she just play the safety, trying to bank it back up? Yeah, just going for the safety, I guess. Needs some luck. Hasn't got it.
Wow. Huge stroke shot to get back for position here. She actually doesn't have the pocketing angle, so she'll be playing safe again. 3 rails with the cue ball behind the 5-8 here if she can. Good thought, just a little hard. She's left it.
Time for Cheska to go on a charge. Come around the back of the 3 for the same pocket. Nicely done. These are the chances, Eric, that she just has to take, right?
Yeah, she's got to make a plan to get on the 5 here. I mean, you could play a cross bank and move the cue ball towards the 6. A little straight now. She could power over to the left side. Nice try. Not there, though. Looks like the cue ball can play behind the 8 here.
She just needs to take a bit of time on this. Make sure she gets it nice and tight. Well, there's another mistake. Let's see, Eric. You cannot make them mistakes, can you?
Yeah, not at this level and not at this point in the tournament. And kind of see like a little bow of the head there from Centeno. Knows that she needs to tighten up a little bit. Challenging pocketing here, but position built in. Just going for it. Great shot.
I think Cheska was just a little bit disappointed that she played that great shot on the 4 ball, Eric, and just didn't manage to break out the 5 and the 8, and then it kind of, you know, showed when she rushed the position, the safety that she played straight after that. But she's got to hold herself together at times like this, because it's these little shots and racks that make all the difference, because it's giving Seoa more and more confidence.
Tough angle here for Seoa. Gonna have to play multiple rails. Can play either pocket. Could favor the top left. 3 rails around, maybe 4. Next shot. Seoa's really come out to play today.
I think the word I'm looking for to describe Seoa at the moment is steady. I mean, she's doing most things very, very consistently well. Creating the opportunities and then taking them. This is another tricky little run out. Great shot she played to get on that 9 ball, wasn't it?
Yeah, those are the kind of shots where if you're not confident or you're feeling any kind of nerve, they're only going to go in about half the time, and she's had 3 or 4 of those and passed every test, really.
There is Rublin back in her seat, just behind Seoa at the moment. I'm sure she'll be not concerned just yet, but a few little worrying signs, Eric, for Cheska. Just not settled yet. You feel she needs a good break and run or something to really light that spark.
Yeah, she hasn't really had like a ball in hand situation, but also that's a product of not playing safe well enough. So she has to find a way to get herself going, really. She came with a nice
has taken the first set.
Go ahead.
Jasmine taking the first set against Christina to catch.
Yeah, Jasmine will be going back after that world title. She has won, I believe. The tournament hasn't had a long period of time where it wasn't contested, but I believe Jasmine won one around 2010.
I think it was I think it was Rubelin Amit 2010 and 2013, wasn't it, Rubelin? I'll check that, Eric.
Yeah, it hasn't been contested too many times. I know Jasmine did very well one time. Just missed the 1, but it's going to play off the point into the top pocket. Made the 2 as well, and straight on the 3 now.
Average rack winning time for Sail 7 minutes. Cheska, with her 1 rack that she did win, was 3 minutes, so half the time. As we say, steady Sail at the moment.
Play a bit of right spin on this. Play the 5 in the left middle. And then straight high might do. Used all the pocket there. It's going to change the speed in the cue ball. Caught it a little thicker than she wanted. She's in trouble for position here.
Oh, this is the toughest shot.
Yeah, you can't really even roll through to a bank. I think you just have to get some kind of shot on the 6 and resign yourself to playing safe on the 6 here.
Well, didn't play it, but a good shot to play if she did play it, but she didn't, of course. Holds the hand up, but she's got away with it, so the roll's going her way as well at the moment.
Just having a smile about all the little safe and kicking misfortune she's had. Nothing else to do.
Well, you were right, Eric. It was 2010. It was Rubelin in 2009. So, yeah, 2010, Jasmine beat Kim Gar-young. Kelly Fisher also a semi-finalist there. And Kelly won it herself the following year in the Philippines against Sai-Pei Chen. You've got a good memory, Eric.
Oh, it was a half guess. But I had a feeling she'd won around that time. Well, that's bringing up Ga-young Kim there, another player that's not on the international scene anymore, but assuming that she played a role in the development of SEOA as well.
Yeah, I believe she is her coach, Eric. Somebody told me. Kim herself is playing a lot of carom these days, I've also heard. So that's what's happened to Kim. Very, very talented, wasn't she? Or isn't she?
Yeah, stroke delivery kind of reminds me, is similar. Not quite as quick a pace, but not too many players were as fast as Kim.
Just has to make sure she pushes through. This doesn't want to decelerate and not finish the stroke. Right in the heart. Here we go then. It's going to be 2-0. Now, if you're Cheska Centeno, are you beginning to worry just a little bit, Eric, seeing how well your opponent's playing? You know, you're not getting that many chances. You're being kept in your seat, cold.
Yeah, well, I've said this before. I think she has one game plan, and that's offense. But she has to find a way to tighten up the safe situations to kind of get her into that offensive mode. Just really making too many mistakes on the safe end. A lot of match to go here still. So is playing well, taking advantage of every chance.
You're doubling the lead in the second set. And it is the last day. We've had 7 glorious days here. We had 4 different tournaments going on We had the mixed Scotch doubles, which Cheska was in with Mika Immonen. Now, Mika showed a bit of form, didn't he? Knocking Joshua Filler out in the quarterfinals, I believe it was. Or maybe it was the last 16 of the Puerto Rican Open. So, playing with Robbie Capito. Brittany Bryant. Who did Brittany play with?
Zielinski.
Yeah, Victor Zielinski. I thought that was a partnership that might be able to do some damage. Pia and Josh Filler, of course, played together. They got knocked out by Sophia Mast and Alan Roland, the local from Puerto Rico. They had a great run to the semi-finals, didn't they?
Yeah, surprise run.
So back to this one. Breaking again. She's been making balls regularly, Eric.
Yeah, the ones
doing its job.
Yeah, made the 1, 2 of the last 3, and now 3 of the last 4. Breaking well. It's got the speed down, got the attack angle down. No shot on the 2, so more safe here. And as we've mentioned many times, she's been winning all the safe battles. Look for the cue ball behind the 4 here.
You can open up the 3 and the 7 at the same time. If she does get a good cue ball here, she might create an opening. It's too hard though. Or is it? Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect again. What a touch.
You know, and a lot of these kicks for Centeno too is she's been kicking at blind balls or going on, you know, having a kick not to the closest rail. So the safes have been very efficient.
Great kick.
It's really about all she could do. So has to consider playing the offense here. Could back off and just roll the cue ball behind the 8. Looks like she's thinking about the combo. Cue ball's playing up table a little too much, but I believe she can play just past the 5. Just thinking about what options she has going up table. Didn't go at the combo there. Went all out safe. So she might have left it.
The fact that she plays a lot of carom as well obviously helps with her safety, Eric, doesn't it? With her angles of, you know, tracking where the cue ball's going to get these good safeties.
100%. That's what that game's all about. So, yeah. Pre-cushion knowledge showing up here.
Bit of frustration maybe showing there from Cheska. Got it down, played it pretty quick. All you want to see in the semi-final, and as players, you know, all you want to do is you want to play your best. You don't mind losing if you go out and you've played your best. You just accept that your opponent's played better on the day. But when you don't really get to showcase your talents, like she's not getting to do at the moment, it's becoming more and more frustrating. We want to see Cheska do what Cheska does, because she's one of the most entertaining players to watch in the world.
I like playing the cue ball behind the 9 here. Centeno showing a little frustration on her face. SEOA has missed, they've all been tough balls, but she has missed 3 or 4 tough balls that have kind of rolled good for her. Again, just choosing the aggressive path and not working out. Well, SEOA's really got a step on it here. Not that she's not, but, you know, having the chance to be on the hill. 4-game comeback for Centeno. And if she's able to win this second set, she'll be well ahead in the overall match scoreline.
Well, yesterday in Chow's match, Cheska had 39 shots in the first set, 34 in the second set. So far in this match, she's shot 24 times in the first set, 10 times in this set. And kind of reiterates what I just said. You know, if you can't get to the table, Eric, and get chances... Oh, look at this. It's not going to go, is it? No, it's not. So the first real mistake from SEOA. This is now a chance, Eric, for Cheska to get her teeth into this second set, isn't it?
Yeah, and you can see she's right up to the table, ready to go. This is what she needs.
Comes back to the table and plays as if she has never been away from the table, doesn't she? Just gets down, strokes them in, just pure natural talent.
Cue ball's going the wrong way here. 10 ball's kind of in the way of the 3-rail track. She could play 4 rails and all the way over to the 4th rail and back on top of the 8, but that cue ball, yeah, is going to draw out of it. Oh, no.
Wow, head up. She's lost the cue ball. And this is very, very worrying now for all Cheska fans. You feel that she just had to take that opportunity, and it's going to be, well, very likely on the hill for SEOA in this second set. And it is a long way back, Eric, from 2 sets down.
Yeah, head down in the chair now from Centeno. Really, I mean, you know, probably just kind of telling you, regrouping herself quickly there. She's a champion. Don't count her out by any means. And this set's not over either. You know, no guarantees it'll happen, but you are going to see some kind of offensive flurry likely from Centeno.
Nothing worse than a one-sided match. We want to see both players going at it toe to toe. Another perfect cue ball, Eric, from the Korean, and he's going to be on the hill in this second set.
Yeah, I'm really taking a big lead now.
Well, in the other semi-final, Jasmine Ocean is up against Christina Tkach. Jasmine won the first set, and the second one, I believe, is 1-1 at the moment. Actually, it's 1-0 Christina Tkach. So a long way to go in that one.
Yeah, I think a major positive.
She's got Christmas socks on, Eric, there. She's got Christmas socks in November.
She always has her sock flare going. She always has some kind of little different choices of socks.
I believe she actually got told off once, didn't she, for not wearing any socks? Do you remember that? Perhaps that's why she's going with the fancy flash ones so everyone can see them. I'm wearing socks, look. I do love a bright sock.
So it's been very successful, making them 1 on the break, 3 of the last 4 breaks. Got kicked out that time. There goes the 4. It's on the 1.
Oh, it's another opening, Eric, isn't it? The
Yeah,
break has been phenomenal.
Yeah, we'll have to Take a look at our break efficiency break success stats, which is right up there, probably around 75% or more.
Balls pocketed for sale against 17 for Cheska. Now a mistake. The jump cue will come out for this one.
Yeah, 3 balls a little close, so she'll have to be a confident jumper. Only jumping over half the 3, but hasn't gone for the cue yet. Surprised she's not jumping at this. Must just not be comfortable jumping at balls that are close to the cue ball.
Yeah, well, a bit of carom angle knowledge coming in. Did call it in the side. And made set in the side. Oh, how's that not dropped?
Did not get it.
How has that not dropped?
CENTENO just has to avoid the 8 coming around 3 rails here. Should play above it. Inside it and the speed's off. She's okay. Not changing her style at all. Just attacking as usual.
Really reminds me of Jimmy White when he first burst onto the snooker scene back in the 80s. He was just unbelievable. I don't think he ever played a safety shot for his first, I don't know, maybe 5 years in the game, until the hurt of losing really gets to you and you think, hang on a minute, I can't put every ball, I need a backup plan as well. So he changed to safety, reached 6 world finals and still didn't win a world title. The best player ever not to win a world title. Unbelievable. Unfortunate to be in the era of the wonderful Stephen Hendry, but it is going to be the first rack on the board for Cheska. So she needs to make a ball on the next break. She's been breaking aggressively, remember, Eric, from the centre when she has had a break.
Yeah, just because of SEOA's scoreline, I think she might consider going to the side rail. Tough to break and run 3 racks in a row. I mean, if you're starting off at 0-0 and you play that offensive break and maybe your opponent runs out, it's not quite as damaging. But when your opponent's on the hill, I think she might consider going to the side rail here.
Christina to catch, fighting back. She's now 2-0 up in the second set against Jasmine Ocean, having lost the first set to the Austrian. Jasmine looking to repeat that form that won her this title back in 2010. Thank you, Eric Hallofson, for that stat. We love a stat, don't we, Eric?
Well, and an interesting one is that no player's won it twice in a row. Here's a good array of stats here for you. Yes. So 86% overall on the break. Breaking very well.
Yeah, 847 pop player overall performance. Still sticking with it, Eric. Still being aggressive.
And this is what I was talking about. I mean, I'm not faulting her, but I'm just saying this is what she's susceptible to with that break.
I remember her playing in the semi-final of the Puerto Rican Open, not the World Temple, but the Puerto Rico Open, Women's Open. And she played Jasmine Ocean in that semi. Never missed a ball, I don't think. Got to the final against Wei Tzu Chen, and she hardly made a ball. I remember being sat next to Jasmine Ocean watching that final. Jasmine leant across to me and said, Well, she never missed them against me. So she is a little bit up and down.
Mostly up, but just seeing the flip
Mostly
side of it
up.
here. SEOA's got a good path in this rack. Very little cue ball movement.
I'm just sad that we're not seeing Cheska play at her full potential, because she's just so entertaining to watch, Eric. She's just fabulous, isn't she?
Yeah, the talent just oozes when she's running out. You can just see it. Well, lucky for us, we're on a 3-set match here.
Yeah, there's still time, as you say. It is becoming more and more difficult, but you never know. On the flip side, SEOA can't keep this play up the whole time either. There's got to be some kind of give. Said that about Ko Ping Jung in the US Open final. Made 99 balls in a row, didn't miss a shot, did he? You remember that one, Eric?
Oh, epic, yeah.
That should be yours. That should be your nickname, Epic Eric. For those of you that don't know Eric, I think he's about, how tall are you? 6'7", something like that.
A little under that, but 6'5".
I mean with heels, Eric, with heels. Oh, she's left a big angle on this, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's in between on the thinness here. I think she might have to go 3 times back. A little more speed into this shot.
Well, potential banana skin here. She's overcut it, but it's okay. Good speed.
Yeah, was confident enough to slow roll that ball. Makes the pocket bigger. She's played well. Really, one open table miss. That's it. Missed some longer shots.
Well, I was just about to say, I think this is the best I've ever seen this young lady play. I know she's won the Las Vegas Women's Open, but this is a different level, isn't it? I mean, this is really, really good. Really high standard. And she's completely frozen Cheska out, and that's meant that the odd little chance that Cheska has had, she hasn't managed to seal the deal. So this will be the second set, and I think Cheska needs to just go and splash some water on her face and have a little bit of a time out of this arena. I'm not sure whether she's going to or not. She's not going to. Well, we will step out just for a second. We'll come back as soon as the action resumes. Eric Olafsson and myself, Mark White, back with the next rack soon. And we are back at the convention centre here in San Juan. We're playing the VenBilliards Corporation WPA World Women's 10-Ball Championships. In control at the moment, SEOA from South Korea up against Cheska CENTENO from the Philippines, breaking off in this third set, looking for a place in the final. Again, Eric, or the cue ball this time. Could be the start of a comeback for Cheska. Ball in hand on the one ball. Well, who knows? Quick set here. Breaking in the fourth set. You never know. The comeback's still on. Just checking that cue ball.
Yeah, she's still in line here. Can come 2 rails across.
Needs an angle though. Well, the big weapon she has, Eric, is her speed. And if she can rattle off a few racks here, it might just make Sail just think a little bit, you know, because at the moment there's been nothing coming back from Cheska. So it's easy to keep playing confident and feeling great when your opponent isn't running out. So it'll be interesting to see.
Well, there's always a silver lining when you're coming back too. It's not like you're the one winning now, and now your opponent's on the losing end of things. So even though you might be kind of trailing in the overall match score, if you're able to, it's not good.
Oh dear.
But yeah, Cheska just has to, keep in mind that if she is able to get going, she could put Sail back on her heels.
Yeah, I thought it was going to happen then, to be honest. She looked like she was going well, but was never really in prime position. Fell a little bit straight on the 5.
And the 7.
And the 7, yeah.
And those are small rolls that happen sometimes when things aren't going well. If she has any kind of angle there, she's going to just get better position on the next ball.
Smoothly does it once again. Might need the bridge here. Well, she can reach. Still managed to push the cue through nicely. Got the desired effect on the cue ball. Perfect on this 10 ball. So in a rack that looked as if it was going to Cheska, it's gone to Sarah, and she's got the break back again as well, Eric. And if she can carry on breaking like she has been, okay, she had that scratch in the first break of this set. She'll be looking to put that right with the next one. I think we should check in on Jasmine, don't you?
Definitely what's happening over there.
Yeah, 3-0 now to Christina to catch in that second set after Jasmine winning the first. So here we go, Eric. Let's have a little chat about these stats. A stat chat even.
We'll look at SEOA's safety efficiency up around 85%. That's a real high clip there. Safety returns about equal. Again, SEOA starting off the rack with a 75% break success. That helps. She's kind of controlled the first shot of the game a lot more than CENTENO has. Not that CENTENO's broke a lot, but the 3 times she has broke, she hasn't made a ball.
So also has missed more balls actually than Cheska, but it's not the balls you miss, is it? It's when you miss them, Eric, that's important.
Yeah, they've tended to be tough ones earlier in the rack.
And the 8-ball critical, the one she just missed in the last one.
Get
No
the
one
one
ball
this
this
time.
time.
7 is there. Nothing offensive on the 1, but again with the first shot here. Prefer to play the cue ball around 3 rails behind the 3. Possibly just playing a easier shot behind the 4. Gonna go for the distance.
Well, this is on. It's a mistake, I think.
Yeah,
Chance
this is
for
what
Cheska.
Centeno needed.
Well, it's not on, Eric. No potting angle.
Dangerous using both points. Worked out well.
Did she call the 6-ball? I think she did.
Yeah, half ball hit on the 1 could make the 6. You really just looking for contact here. Doesn't want to hit the 1 off 2 rails because the leg won't hit a rail with the 1 afterwards.
Yeah, 8 looks big here. 8 looks very big there. I didn't like that, Eric.
Yeah, and finally a ball in hand start for Centeno.
So much action on that cue ball.
Yeah,
Straight
I
into
mean,
stroke again.
there was a path between the 5-10. I'm surprised she didn't take it, but here she goes.
She's just got a set way of playing, hasn't she? And that's what she does, but she's finished a little bit straight on this. She has a big draw shot here. Now remember, she miscued on a big draw shot she attempted earlier on the 7. Not this time. Strokes it in beautifully.
Getting through this rack nicely. Looks like she might have to contact the 8 here, but she'll be okay to push it over the right bottom pocket. Straight again, or just not getting the angle she needs.
You know, she didn't maybe think about that too, not enough, Eric. She just got down and played it. Oh, I'm going to cannon into the 8 ball. Not really thinking of, oh, hang on a minute. How hard do I want to hit it? I don't want to finish straight on it. Do you know what I mean? It's just that couple of seconds thinking time. Big shot, this one, in the match now.
That one.
Brilliant. That's the Cheska we all know and love.
She's been going from the middle throughout her 3 breaks of the match.
I think she's going to stick with it, Eric, because she doesn't seem like, one to change, does she? That's the way she plays, and that's what she's doing now. Just looking at Rublin Armit there, having a little chat with that young lady in the front row. Rublin does so much for the women's game in the Philippines. They actually have the Armit Cup, which I think they had about 150 players in just recently. So she's building up a tour there. She really is a very, very smart, really, really lovely lady, Rublin Armit. 42 years old now. Still got the hunger and the passion and the love for the game. Of course, reigning world 9-ball champion which has kind of surprised a lot of people, including me. I don't mind saying it. Obviously, class is permanent. And she's just found a bit of form as well. So Cheska, she's changed the break, Eric. She's going from this side, not the middle.
Yeah. See if she can get something going here.
Oh, one was on its way, but got kicked.
Nothing down, but no shot for SEOA. This will typically happen more from the side rail than it will from the middle. Doesn't look like the 2 past the 4, so going to be some safe play in this rack.
Looking at pushing here, maybe.
Yeah, anything down table is not going to lead into an obvious safe. I like where she was looking there. A little hard. I would have liked to kind of freeze the cue ball a little more.
What's the most racks of 9 ball you've ever run, Eric?
Odd number of 7, like I don't even know how many times, 7 or 8 times. You could just never get past 7 for some reason. 8 ball I've done a lot. That's a bad
If she
roll.
didn't call this, she's in trouble.
Even if she did.
She'll be put back in. Yeah, it's not so bad when it's on your own, you know, positional error playing another shot, but when you've made a ball that you didn't call, it just rubs salt in the wound slightly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, an unlucky little roll there. Couldn't have foreseen that, really. Good kick. And she's got away with it.
Yeah.
Deserved a nice little roll there.
Yeah. So is looking off the shorter rail. Just going to have a go at this.
Oh, another scratch in that side pocket.
Yeah,
That's
so
twice
bit
she's
of
been in
reversal
there.
of fortunes. Yeah. Another ball in hand start for Centeno. Cue ball movement from the 2 to the 3, but middle of the table open.
Oh, she's left herself a long way from this 2 ball, hasn't she?
She has. She's going to have to power up here. No problem.
Missed the 7. Oh, nice shot.
That's the rack looking pretty good.
Yeah, this will be the first time she's led in a set if she can win this one. Awkward bridge in. Nicely done. Straightforward draw here, Eric, for the 7.
Yeah, it'd be nice if the 9 passes the 10 in the bottom left. If it doesn't, she can still play the cue ball over to the left side of the table. A little hampered by the 9 here.
Well, she's got a bit of powder, look, on her table.
Yeah, not playing with a glove. So nice shot. That was tougher than it looked. Stunning a ball at that distance.
Yeah, and she can now come across the face. She's playing right-handed. Look, she's starting to feel... Well, I don't think she ever feels any different. I just think she's just pure 100% talent, and she plays off that. That's how she plays.
She looked
Most
pretty
of them
natural
are
right-handed there too.
Yeah, she did. Even a good bridge hand, Eric, didn't she? So, good stuff. Leads for the first time in a set. Cheska CENTENO. You just saw her going to grab a ball, but thought better of it. Remember that match where Rubelin picked up a ball out of the pocket, Eric. Were you commentating on that one at the time?
I wasn't, but I saw the clip. I think all players are on notice now. It's just, stay away from the table when you pocket the 10 or the 9.
Yeah, I think the annoying thing is you're trying to help the referee, aren't you? And it ends up working against you sometimes. So there we go. Back in the match.
Yeah, interesting stat that I didn't notice earlier on is that SEOA actually has first shot after the break 85% of the time as well. That's a high percentage for 10 ball. So not only has she been making a ball on the break, she's had the first shot to either run out or play safe.
Yeah, that's a big stat, that one, isn't it? 85%, that's very high. I'd like to know what an average is, or a normal. Especially in 10 ball, Eric, with handball, with hand rack.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it over 50%. If I, tough to take a precise guess, but it's regularly it wouldn't be over 50.
Well, round of applause as well for our referee, who's obviously keeping those Predator Arcos II balls nice and tight as well, giving the ladies the best racks possible. One close, 7 close as well. Nothing doing, but nothing doing also on the 1.
Two's kind of over to the short rail side of the kicking side of the 1. She'd like to get at it with a bunch of right spin. Does she have the left side of the 1? She does. She'll be playing the cue ball naturally up table here. See if the 2 helps her out.
No, it hasn't.
Gonna have to play across into a combo on the 5.
Slight shift here, Eric, isn't there?
Yeah, you can feel it.
Yeah, exactly. Lost the cue ball though.
That's a bit of a loose positional shot there because I don't think she would have overhit the speed by that much. But at the same time, did she get this? Yeah, looks positive in the body language. At the same time, when you started coming across the 8, I don't think much good was going to happen. I guess was trying to come across the 2 rails and play the 2 in the left middle. She's got so good here.
Maybe catch the second rail after the side pocket.
Yeah, I would make the 2 a lot bigger.
Oh, she's going to hit 1 rail and it's shortened. So ball in hand again for the 3rd time, Eric, for Cheska. Things are shifting. Good chance to get on the hill here now in this 3rd set. Christina to catch and Jasmine Ocean are all level at 1 set each, and to catch has taken the first rack in the 3rd as well, so the comeback complete for Christina.
I have to move the cue ball more than she wanted here. Did okay. Just straight enough that she can draw out of it. 5's pretty available.
Yeah, cue ball for me, Eric, is just a little bit loose today. Didn't get on that 4 ball as good as she could have. Just rushed the previous shot again.
I wonder if SEOA can slow this cue ball down. If she can't, there's a lot of traffic going up 2 rails around table, but the way she's cueing at it, I think she's going to take a shot at slowing it down.
Look at that bridge. Look at the cue overhang. Unbelievable. Oh, she done well to hit the cue ball at all. Never mind make the ball. Awkward cueing. Is it by the 9 ball or is she okay?
Yeah, well, she's straight enough to avoid the scratch, but ideally she'd like to draw the cue ball back. She's going to have to follow it a little bit. Could elevate, but makes the shot extremely tough. She is going to elevate. Tough shot here.
Oh,
Nice hit.
Beauty. Absolute beauty. High degree of difficulty there from Sa.
So this one, Centeno looked like she's going to take a big lead in this third set, so it's going to level the score. 2 games away from the final here if these last 4 go down.
Been very efficient, hasn't she? Sao just goes about her business slowly, quietly, gracefully.
Yeah, she's definitely done well to keep herself in line when she started out with an easy beginner.
I think that's the big difference between the two, Eric. Her cue ball has just been a lot more immaculate than Cheska's has, especially on those telling safeties in the early part of this match, certainly in the first 2 sets. Okay, she's been a little bit wayward in this third set, but she's getting it back together now. Now, does she go into this 10 ball?
I think she has to. No, it's not going to end up good. Well, what do you do here?
Well,
she's going at. Looks like she's going after it right away. Big
it's
shot
Saturday,
here.
Eric.
Yeah, go ahead.
Banks are open.
It's a little long.
Oh,
I think she's cutting it straight in.
Wow, this is some cut. No, not there, is it?
Wow, but gets
Wow,
safe.
just caught the right jaw, didn't she, Eric? That could have easily stayed over the hole.
So, interesting developments here in this third set. I mean, there's a 4 railer. You could cut the 10 thinly to the right. I think she has to. She did. Is it thin enough? Pretty good. Makeable, but decent from that spot. So another tough 10 for Soa here.
That's the cue ball, Eric.
I mean, it's playing towards the bottom left, and you wouldn't want to spin a ball like this.
No. Bit of a hurried stroke there, to be honest. Just a bit quick on the stroke, but nothing easy. But Cheska will be going at this top left-hand corner.
Yeah, we'll see what Centeno's made of here. These are the shots that champions make, and we all know her pedigree.
It's there, right in the heart of the pocket. On the hill, Cheska Centeno won that scrappy rack.
First real exchange near the end of the rack that we've seen. Just got a little out of line on that 9. Could have been completely elementary. The 9 was right over the pocket. Just got too much angle where she had no other option than to run into it. Didn't control the 10 well enough.
How did you enjoy our first ever Challenge of Champions tournament, Eric? Brought together, of course, Joshua Filler, World 8-Ball Champion. Filler, of course, World 9-Ball Champion, and Carlo Biardo, World 10-Ball Champion. They all faced off against each other. It's all those different disciplines. How did you enjoy that one?
Well, it was an absolute delight. I mean, seeing 3 world-class players battle it out over 3 different games. Nice storyline, too, where Josh lost the first round of both the tournaments he played in and had to win 2 rounds to advance to the grand final, and essentially 3 sets in a row to win the tournament. He got it done in great form as well.
Yeah, said in an interview that he felt very, very confident the whole way throughout that grand final yesterday. It really was a fantastic display from the killer filler. He is king filler once again, king of the Q disciplines. Made a ball this time, Eric.
Yeah, I made the 1, so that's positive signs going forward. Rest of the rack didn't spread quite too well. Definitely no shot on the 2 here. You're trying to play the cue ball in line with the 6. And go off the left side of it. There is coverage over on the right side of the table.
Touchy little shot, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, just got to recognize the cue ball's running into the 7 there, but obviously trying to avoid it. Just tied up to 5-7. It will be available from a combo. 4 is in a decent spot to get on that angle, but some safe play coming here for the next few shots.
Good shot there.
Yeah,
Playing with a lot of
unfortunate to
spin.
catch the window. Safes aren't easy here for SEOA. Could draw the cue ball to the right of the 3. Try to land the cue ball behind the 3-6.
Or make it. What a shot that is.
Gonna have to get pretty straight on the 4 here. Gonna have to play a fair bit of right spin on the cue ball. Yeah, I didn't like resigning yourself to the cut angle here, because if you did get straight on the 4, you would have had a chance to get on the 5-7 combo. She's forced to run into it now. Unpredictable in the result here. She could actually draw out of it. Create some angle off the right long rail.
Push the 10, the 5 behind the 10 here, I think. Just nestle up in behind the blue cheese. Oh, she's going in past it. Played that a little bit strong, I thought.
Yeah,
I think she might have left the edge here, Eric. I think so. No, she hasn't. Maybe not.
Not the edge, but maybe the kick underneath the 10. Oh, she did leave the edge.
Yeah. Oh dear, oh dear.
Five still in a safe spot, even with ball in hand. Combo. 5 playing off into the top right.
Just looking
Think
at
about
the
this
shot clock there.
Yeah, think about that is you couldn't really free the cue ball up to get closer to the 5. I mean, it's okay. The 5 will play off to the left. Just have to consider that you're going to be taking a long shot on the 5.
Playing the hook, isn't she?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's gone wrong though. This is on. This is on.
Gonna have to play a good shot from the 6 to the 7. Likely the window between the 8 and 10.
Well, she didn't have enough to make it, Eric. Looked from that previous camera angle that it was on, but then when we saw that last angle, it looked as if she didn't have enough of it, and indeed she didn't. Not sure what the referee's looking at here. I mean, it doesn't matter if the 5's touching the 7. It matters if the 7 is frozen, I guess. Referee sprinting down to have a look. Ball in hand.
Still 5 not available with ball in hand. Odd for that to happen 2 times in a row.
We could be here all morning, Eric. I hope you haven't made plans for lunch, mate.
Well, I don't think CENTENO would put up with that. She'd try something offensive eventually. There's containment here from both players. She's left the left edge.
Seven's on, maybe.
Yeah, to the point where I think she's going to take a shot at the carom here. Didn't see a call.
We know she loves carom, Eric, but she's not going for it, maybe. Well, that's a fine little snick on the 5, isn't it? Played it very nicely. So this is a really troublesome 5 at the moment. Doesn't want to go down.
Yeah, she's called the 7 here.
It was always going to be Cheska to take the first risk, that's for sure. Now, may have had a little bit of a run here. She has. Will we see the jump cue?
Yeah, kicks are tough. She's going to consider it. Looks like she is going to play it. Called the bank. Tough to get enough draw to kind of hold the cue ball near the 6 when the cue ball's frozen like this. She did hold the cue ball.
Needs a big bounce, and she's got it. So not too bad. Possible bank maybe, Eric, into the side for Cheska.
Yeah, a little long. That's not bad. It's available if she wants it. She's called
the corner, I think. Oh, she called the bank, did she? Yeah, I thought she called the corner. It's for the safety.
So resisting temptation there from CENTENO, and a few of her offensive tries have not gone the way she wanted, so maybe changing her game plan just slightly.
I bet that was hard for her to refuse though, Eric. The scoreline was different. She may have just normally just got down and cracked that bank shot into the side pocket, in on the 6 ball and rack over. Pressure's on though, isn't it? It's the world semi-final of a championship. She's trying to defend a feat that no one has ever done. So that just shows the magnitude of it, doesn't it?
Be safe again from SEOA here. She'll be playing the cue ball near the 8-9. He's got it. Shot.
Yeah, good weight once again on the safety.
Oh, she's left the left edge. Oh, pardon me. Nice kick. Perfect speed.
That's a terrific shot. Well, that's Josh Filler territory, isn't it, that one? Absolutely perfect. She's the Filipino filler. Oh,
Great
how good is
shot.
that hit as well? Wow, that is so difficult. I cannot tell you.
That was the only shot on the table there. Didn't quite get the 5 behind the 8, but even to do that well was extremely tough. Just called it in. Gonna have an element of coverage.
Playing with the vantage shaft. I've actually held that shaft in Sharks in Manila when she was there playing against Kelly Fisher and Wei Chu Chen. She partnered up with Rubelin Armit in a mix, in a Scotch doubles rather.
Yeah, so straight. It was tough to do anything with the cue ball there. And first look for Centeno to win the 3rd set. Cue ball's not playing easy. Gonna have to go 2 rails across.
Just looked a little bit snatchy, the stroke for me.
Does she have the combo here, Mark? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. Cue ball again in that side pocket. Well, what is it in that side pocket with her?
I know what you
It's
mean.
3
A lot of
times.
fouls. Yeah, and this has been, I think, 4 ball in hands overall in the set for Centeno. Consider her a big favorite to make these last 5. Should have a match on her hands now. Doesn't want to be on the rail here.
Big shot now, isn't it? If this
Yeah,
goes
gonna
in,
have to-
position on the 7, she's home.
It's there. Nice shot.
Perfect. So it will be set number 3 to the Filipino, barring any calamities. Can't see it happening this time though. So an impressive 3rd set overall. Much more positive. It's 4-1. She takes the set 2 sets to 1 overall. Short break, guys, and we will be back with set number 4. You won't want to miss any of this. Perfectly poised 2-1. Back soon. welcome back to the Convention Centre here in San Juan. The VenBilliards WPA World 10 Ball Women's Championships. Nicely poised Cesca Centeno on her way back, taking that third set. Very, very interesting in that last rack. 11 consecutive safeties on that 5 ball before both players eventually missed it. And 4 of the 6 wins by Cesca have come due to safety errors by Sao, and 3 of them in the third set. So that's a big swing, a big change in the overall safety success for Sao. She really was impeccable in the first couple of sets, but just started to lose her way slightly in that third. And Cesca picked up the pieces and is right back in this now at 2-1, and will be breaking in this 4th set. Best of 5 sets, remember, races to 4. In the other semi-final, Christina Tkach and Jasmine Ocean are 1 set each, and Christina is 2-1 up in their 3rd set. We've already had 3 sets. Here comes set number 4. Will be Cesca breaking off when we do come back.
Yeah, tight affair going on there in the other semi-final. Tough to pick her winner in that one.
Yeah, I mean, on current form, Eric, maybe you'd say Christina, because she's had those 3 semi-finals and a final that she won in the WPBA. Her first success in those. I believe she beat Margaret Fefilova. She's had a couple of good wins as well against Alison Fisher as well in a couple of those events. There's another one due actually next week. I forget exactly where it is, but there is a WPBA event starting again next weekend. I know a lot of the ladies are heading straight from here to there. So here we go, Cesca. Can she get that break working? Going from the side again, made a ball in the corner. Does she have a look at the 1? She does, you know. Look at this.
Yeah, I might have to go rail first, but definitely a good start for Centeno here.
Two ball already down, Eric. So yeah, 3 to the 4, nice and easy. Eric, no 2 ball to worry about. She made that in the corner on the break, so good chance here. Right-handed again. Plays as confidently with that as she does with her left, and perfect on this 5 ball. Nice angle to go where she wants. 6 into the side. I'm getting excited, Eric, aren't you? This is a comeback and a half, this is.
It is exciting when she gets into high gear. I mean, it's just a beautiful thing to watch.
Big shot now. Get to this 8 ball.
She is going back for that powder every once in a while. It's interesting. You never see players do that anymore. They're just foregoing the glove. Must be just a little humid in the arena.
Well, the action is certainly hotting up. I'm not sure about the arena. So this to take a very, very quick break and run for Cesca Centeno. And it has completely switched around, and you kind of think, Eric, that's just what she needed. The perfect start to try and level this match up in sets.
Yeah, Centeno will be the one under pressure here, stuck a set. But if she's at least ahead in the game score line, she can ease a bit of that pressure. Good start for her.
Christina has gone on the hill in the 3rd set against Jasmine Ocean. 3-1 now she leads. Tied at 1 set each there. Deeply focused. Sao
Yeah, just noticing one of the sponsors on Seo's shoulder there, LG. It's not common to see a sponsor from outside the industry. It's good that Billiards has recognized that highly in Korea.
I've also been noticing a little logo that's been going up on the side of the arena this week as well. Walmart. Did you see that?
I did. That's great. Good signs for the game. Stumped on the break here. Shot for SEOA. Tough position towards the 2. 5 and the 6 are going to be heavily involved coming back across table. Just got to kind of run the cue ball at the 5, I think. Side pocket's playing kind of big. Yeah, tough spot here, actually. Go ahead. Mark.
Good time to mention our other sponsors, Samsung TV Plus, of course, who sponsored our Challenge of Champions tournament here this week, and also the Pro Billiards Series sponsors, the Predator Group, of course, Kamui, Yalin, VenBilliards, the main sponsor of this one that we're watching now, Little Monster, and Medalla Light, Rums of Puerto Rico, and the tourism of Puerto Rico as well. Been very, very kind to us, so thanks guys for all your support. Allows us to bring all this nice free pool to you and to put a nice bit of money into these young ladies' pockets as well. $50,000 to the overall winner of this WPBA 10-ball championship, of course. 30 to the runner-up, 15 losing semi-finalists, so guaranteed at least 15,000, Eric, here, and 8,000 already paid out to the quarter-finalists and 3,120 for reaching the last 16. So another ball in hand this time for SEOA.
Yeah, her first offensive chance really since the start of the second and third set. Rack's looking pretty good. Ideally wants an angle where the 7, the cue ball's not running into the 8 off the 7. That's what trumped her up in the third set. That was actually a big game there. SEOA could have leveled the score at 2-all. Got badly on the 10. Actually missed the 10 twice in that rack. Both very tough shots. CENTENO came with a good shot of her own to win that game. Ball's playing nicely around 3 rails. Should be looking to get straight in on the 6 here. Good speed, right where she needs to be. Again, just avoiding that angle where the cue ball's running into the 8, but she'll be fine. The cue ball's not moving far here. Pretty good. 9's playing close to the 10. It's available in either bottom pocket. I like getting straight on the 8 and just following straight through for the 9 in the bottom left.
Jasmine coming back 3-2 now in their third set. 1 set all. That match available over on TV Table 2. Tim de Ruyter and Chris Reinhold are on commentary in that one. If you've got a couple of devices, you can watch both at once. That's what I was doing last night in between matches when I wasn't commentating.
Maintaining good line in this run out. Hasn't really come into any difficult positions.
She's done that very well, hasn't she, Eric, throughout the match, to be honest, always leaving herself, you know, unmissable shots, really. I don't like using that term, but, you know, her cue ball's been so good on the whole. So levelling it up in this fourth set at 1 set each. Now I've just done some calculations, Eric. If Cheska goes on to win this tournament, she'll be a millionaire 3 times over in the Philippines. And if SEOA goes on to win it and goes and converts that money into Korean won, she'll get a massive 70 million for it. There you go. There's some interesting stats from them to some more. Let's have a look. Things surely changing around slightly, Eric?
Yeah, I mean, I think the story of the second set was just SEOA fouling a few times and giving CENTENO good starters. She took advantage of it. Again, that game number 4 could have really changed everything. CENTENO made some good kicks in the second set, some good safe returns. Or pardon me, the third set. Some good safe returns where she could have gave up ball in hand but didn't. Just kind of hung in with SEOA. It's been a nice match to watch. And, you know, SEOA kind of getting the second game of the fourth set here. Stopping CENTENO's momentum a little bit. But it looks like CENTENO's improved her play as the match has gone on.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't happy watching Paul unless they're seeing break and run, break and run, break and run. But to me, that gets a little bit laborious. I much prefer to see, you know, everything, a little bit of safety, some kicking, some jumping, some misses for the drama as well. As we see the 9 ball and the 1 ball disappearing. Does she have a shot on the 2? Well, the 2's gone as well, has it?
2's up there. She has a shot on it.
Oh, there it is, yeah. Everything in the bottom half of the table.
Yeah, big question in the rack here is if the 5 passes the 6. She'll be able to use the rail side if she can play it at slow speed. 4 is in a perfect position to get nicely on the 5. 3 is leading well on the 4 as well. Doesn't look like she's inspecting that angle on the 5 too much, so I think she's thinking that it goes. Really wants to kill the cue ball here. Cue it real low. Nice shot.
5, I think, does go then, Eric. So this is a really good opportunity to take the initiative in this fourth set.
Yeah, just went over and had a solid look at it. Didn't have to look for long, so it is available. Good response here from SEOA after not having a real good offensive run in the second set. Pardon me, third set.
There's that long cue overhang once again. Doesn't seem to bother her as much as it bothers me.
Yeah, she's on the taller side, so she can reach longer angles, and just having the ability to not disrupt your flow, not going over to the extension.
Yeah, she is actually one of the taller ladies on the tour, isn't she? I was with her in Helsinki, at the Helsinki Open back in September. Just only a couple of women played in that event. She was one of them. And I remember thinking at the time, yeah, you're pretty tall, you. But I'm no 6'5", handsome stud like yourself, Eric. I'm just a mere 5'10".
I don't even know what to say to that one.
Probably nothing is best. Just accept the compliment.
Exactly.
I'm sure at least it feels exactly the same as I do about you.
Yeah,
I don't mean it in that way. You know what I mean.
At least one other person does.
Let's get out of this conversation quickly. Back to the 10 ball. This then to take the lead in this fourth set. And she does. And she will be breaking. Now look. Who's that sat there, Eric?
I must admit, I don't recognize her, do you?
I do recognise her, but I can't think of her name.
Would be a coach on the Korean side, maybe? A player? Couldn't quite.
I'm hoping somebody's going to send me a message very quickly and get me out of this embarrassing situation, and I can come up with a name and take all the credit for it, but my phone's not beeping at the moment, so... or flashing, I should say. I was trying to put it on you there, Eric. I didn't know who. I know her. I recognise, and I was going to let you take all the glory, and then you didn't know either.
I usually come through for you, but didn't have your back on that one. You were talking about SEOA playing in some open events. She played in the U.S. Open this year. She's played in a few matchroom events. Not afraid to mix it up in the open events as well.
Yeah, and I think that can only be good for you as well. You know, okay, no delusions of winning them, but valuable. You know, you can learn valuable lessons from them, can't you? Pick up things here and there. Worth the entry fee, just for the experience. You learn more from your defeats than you do ever from your wins. Look at this for a break, and she has been breaking really well. That last little kiss from the 8 ball, well, was it the kiss of the Black Widow?
Yeah, is there something available off
of the 8? Yeah, I think so, mate.
Even rail first, it's kind of tough to cut the ball that thinly, but there could be something rail first.
Yeah, she's just called 2 ball.
Q-ball's going to have a lot of energy. She might have to run it into the 3. First order of business, definitely making the 2 here. Yeah, jammed out. Tricky shot. Centeno has room between the 2 and the side pocket to avoid the scratch. Have to get another angle to see if the 3 is available on the bottom left. It's close. She's coming over and taking a look. Quick one, so I think she's okay there. Yeah, and this is the opening Centeno needed. A little awkward here. Might be able to follow through for the 4 in the right middle.
Keep your opponent off the hill, especially double hill. That would be the target to start with, and then push on yourself. Oh, she's played the safety, has she?
Yeah, 3 wasn't available. Always tough to tell on those tight angles.
Score update for you. Christina Tkach has taken the 3rd set. She now leads Jasmine Ocean by 2-1 in the other semi-final. Remember, the final coming up for you on this table at 4 p.m. this afternoon local time.
almost went in with the cue ball again. Stays on the table. Pretty straight, so tough to develop something going towards the 4. Could play it in the side, and she is.
Yeah, aggressive shot here again, foregoing the easier pot for position. On the 4 ball, this is okay, can play it to the top left or the top right. Eric, which way are you going, top right?
Yeah, I like the right with a decent amount of draw. Lots of room coming back across the 5. Got it. Gonna be some cue ball movement for
Slow up, cue ball, slow up. It's okay.
It's okay. Gonna be some cue ball movement from the 9 of the 10.
Yeah, just maybe nick the 10 out or something. That would even make it easier, I thought. But well, maybe it's made it just a little bit worse.
It's okay if she gets straight on the 8. Straight enough.
Going back
Little,
for the powder again. Look there, you see it.
yeah.
A little bit too much angle, Eric, hasn't she?
You can kill it with draw. Makes the shot. You know, it's kind of easy to decelerate on these type of shots, but CENTENO kind of has a quicker stroke overall, so I think she'll be able to handle this one. Maybe not.
A little bit too stabby for me, Eric, that stroke. Just a little bit snatchy, a little bit quick.
So I'll be looking to play the cue ball behind the 9-10 here. I didn't really
It's
like
gone
that.
wrong.
Yeah, another chance for CENTENO.
The safety just gone off the boil slightly, Eric, since the second set. He started to be a little bit iffy in the third set, didn't it? Strokes that one in very nicely. Nice little touch on the 10. This to level things up.
Yeah, clutch pocketing there. Got away with one on the 8. Could have left it. You know, anytime you miss a ball, you're at the peril of leaving it.
Rolling her sleeves up now. She's ready for action.
She likes to one-stroke these 10 balls. I think she'll be taking a couple feathers on this.
Does she go in the corner or the side? She's going the side.
Yeah, just out enough. Just got to keep the speed down.
Wow.
Okay. It just shows how tight these side pockets are on these Predator tables. I mean, she missed it to the negative part of the pocket. You want to favor the top part of the pocket there, and regardless, you know, those balls just have to go down at this level.
Well, what a let-off for Sao. Should have been level. It's going to be the Korean on the hill, double hill for the match. And Cheska will be bitterly disappointed at missing that 10 ball in the side. She hasn't played the best pool today, it has to be said, but she has fought her way back. She's stayed with it, stayed positive. She's kept playing the same game. Unfortunately, that miss, how expensive will it be? I wonder what's going through that young mind right now. Reigning champion. It's never been successfully defended, the women's 10-ball title, and I'm sure she had big ambitions of being the first ever. And to be honest, I thought, well, she had a pretty good chance as well, especially after some of her results over this last few days. Here we go with the stats again, Eric. I'm loving all these stats, aren't you? Thank you, Paul, stat guy.
Yeah, it's a privilege. You know, SEOA's break success still at 82%. Look for her to try and come with the break and run here. She's on the hill. She's had one in this set so far.
Rubelin having an anxious look in the background there at this break. 8 balls going to go in the side, Eric. 1 ball. Well, there's a shot on the 1 as well. Is there a little bit thin?
Yeah, thin. The cue ball's gonna have some movement here. The middle of the table is completely open. If she can slow it down anywhere around the middle, she'll be okay. Play some right spin on this. Make the lines towards the 2 going longer. It is okay. You can see it from here. So chance for SEOA.
Confident stroke holding the cue ball, Eric. Looking good, isn't she?
Yeah, 4 ball's going to be the toughest ball for the rest of the rack. There's a path going 2 or 3 rails forward between the 4 or 5, but that's tough. Not much else. It's really going to be all about the position from the 3 to the 4 here.
Has she got enough angle to run it around?
Yeah. I was going to say a little straight here. Can still develop that angle with stun follow, but it's a very tough shot to judge exactly.
What about rail first? Eric, would you take rail first?
Could. I think it's kind of leading behind the 5 a little more. Looks like she's actually considering the 4 on the side. Tough play. It's far from the side pocket and at a sharp angle.
Oh, she's on it as good as she could have got on it though. She can just drop it into the side. Cue ball running through for the 5 ball. It's a big chance, Eric, to close out this match.
Yeah, and the angle that she's going to end up with on the 5 is going to play well back to the 6. 2 short rails back. Okay, got straight enough that she can come between the 7-10 now.
Where's the 7
Did well.
playing, Eric?
Yeah, it's going to have to be played in the bottom left. But if she gets straight on the 6, she can just draw straight back. She's done well through the first 4 balls here. I'm surprised she's going above the 6 here. Really surprised. Is the 7 available in the bottom right? I guess it is. Okay, she's okay.
Well, it looks like the record is safe for another year. Never has any woman ever won back-to-back 10-ball championships. Cheska has got very, very close to doing so. But she's not going to do it this year, I don't think. Just 3 balls away from a place in the final against either Christina Tkach or Jasmine Ocean. That one's still in progress. They've just started their 4th set. It's 2-1 there to Christina. So straightforward, 9 and 10. Cheska knows the dream is over for this year. Overall, Eric, I think a very, very solid performance from this young lady. And she will go on to the final. And that will be at 4 p.m. local time later today. The fist pump, the celebration. You have to feel a little bit sorry there for Cheska. She just never really got into the match, but she's absolutely delighted. Look, say herself, she's almost dancing. Well,
No.
Eric and I, Eric Hallefson, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Mark White. That's us finished for this year at Puerto Rico, but don't forget that final coming up at 4 p.m. George Teachea and Tim De Ruyter will be in the booth for that one. Thank you so much for your company this week, guys. I'm going to go and have a little rest, and I'm going to watch the end of Jasmine Ocean against Christina Tkach. From me, Mark White, and Eric Hallefson, it's bye for now. Ta-da.